Going to do another active video because I do get a lot of questions on that, and a lot of people asking for a few more tips or suggestions on how to set some of this stuff up. So I'm looking at the 15-minute chart of gold here, and the screenshot I have on the left is overlaying the live chart. So what I want to show is I set up a couple of price actives. I showed a larger active and then an internal active, which is the horizontal lines here, and I'll show on the other chart. And then I set up a couple of time actives. I set a larger active up, and inside of that I've added a so to do time active. And then when I go to the live chart, I'm going to show what happens when you add the me to so internal time active with these price levels. So I've just showed the screenshot here because this is where I took the screenshot yesterday, and that's where I've got the red rectangle on the live chart. I want to show where that left off and then show how you could have identified future trade setups overnight into today. And I set this chart up pretty much just for the rest of the week, rest of the trading week. So I'm working off the last significant high, which was this high right here, and I'm setting actives down in price, and I'm just using the fib tools for time and price that are built into NinjaTrader, and I just put the active ratios in and save those as templates so you can easily call them back at any time. So what I did, I set a time active from the last low, which was around the 2877 area, and I set that at the first important swing high. I put the 33% FA level there because you often get these reversals at the FA level. So then I'm looking at the, I've added an internal price active here between me and so, because that's where the bulk of the trading was taking place here. And then I did not show array to me active down because it's going to be a lot of lines in there. Even though these pivots are taking place at those points, I didn't show them. And then I have added a time active here, and I'm going to add another time active because that's going to give us some of the in-between points here. I didn't show that at first because it looked too cluttered, but I'm going to drag it over and drop it in now so you can see what happened from the point I left off yesterday and what the potential trades are. Okay, now I've dropped that active in between the me and so note of that larger active. So what I'm looking at when the market trades in, when the price action trades into a price and time point, I had marked those with these little ellipses to show the trade setups in the prior action on the way down and back up into yesterday. Now I took that out of there, the time points out of there, so you can't see those because I didn't want the extra clutter on the chart. But if we concentrate on moving forward from the point I left off, we can see where we have potential trade setups coming in. Now if you want to scalp this market, you can take some of these. We've got this strong move going here to the upside, but you had scalp opportunities with time and price right here for a short for a half hour, and right here for a short for about an hour. And that was about a 6-point full point move there, $6 move down in gold. And then prior to that happening, if you had the internal active drawn, you could have got this short where we had time and price come together here, and it went right down to the next time point and down to the green line level at the La tone is 66%, and that puts you back into that area there to go long. So if you look forward here, we had a Long opportunity right here. You can see the low actually touched price here, but it hung around and wicked right into our double time overlap area, and then we got that solid move up which challenged the prior high. Then the market traded down into that time point. It made a low right here on the current bar, triggering off a long, and you can see how it immediately rocketed up. It went from the 35 area up to about the 46 area. So we had an $11 move on the current bar that we're trading on in this 15-minute period. So I just want to show that. So I've set up a time octave with 2 internal octaves. I set up a price octave with 1 internal octave. And now I still have additional points coming as we work our way through trading tomorrow. So I've got the rest of these 5 potential points coming in, moving forward into the about the first quarter or third of the day tomorrow. And then what happens when I get to that point, I just extend and readjust. I'll probably work some new time points. Since we have a major pivot here and here now, I'll work off of these 2 pivots instead of this pivot and the prior low that I worked at off of back here. So my octave started at this low here on the 7th to build this price time structure that is active in the current trading area.